Welcome. Can everyone hear and see us okay? I see there was a bit of an echo on our sound there. Just want to check that that's gone away now. We pop a message. Let me just begin. Let me know if you struggle to see us or hear us at all. Oh, there we go. Thank you for letting me know, Johan. I'm Robin from Voltex Marketing Department, and today we've got a really cool webinar set up for you with Lesko, and we're going to be taking a look at their product range and a little bit of insights into their company and who they are. Voltex is a proud distributor of Lesko products, and you can purchase their products through our 58 branches nationwide, as well as on our online store. We are still open to service essential services during this lockdown, and we are still able to take to purchase online, and we'll deliver after the lockdown period. But I'm going to hand over to Jonathan now to introduce himself.
Cool. Thanks, Robin. Thanks for having me. Thanks for also giving us an opportunity during the lockdown to talk a bit about our company. I think what we'd like to do is start with a short clip, a little video that we've been putting together over the last couple of weeks, just give you a bit of a better insight to our company and the sort of people that we employ. So with that, if Robin could start the video, I hope you guys enjoy, and then we'll take you through our product category.
Perfect. I'm going to switch my mic off. Jonathan, will you try the same, just so that we don't have an echo?
Cool, will do.
Lesko Manufacturing is a local manufacturer of electrical products that employs the traditionally unemployable. The company was founded in 1999 by David Shapiro, and since inception has set out to increase job creation for demographics typically sidelined in the past. The company's ingenuity stems first from their unique design to their assembly process, which has been specifically designed to use minimal equipment with little to no electricity, making production a safe, cost-effective process. This design enables any class of labor to assemble their products efficiently. To date, Lesko has made and sold over 170 million products. As a result, Lesko has been able to provide work opportunities to low, medium, high-functioning disabled men and women, as well as unskilled and disadvantaged.
My name is Levkhang Mashego. I grew up with my mom and my grandmother and my dad. And then I grew up like a normal kid until when I was 8 years. They said that only that 5 years vaccine that I didn't get. And then that's the one that made me to have polio, because I started getting sick when I was 8 years. It took me to a special school because I couldn't cope in a normal school. Most of the places, because of we are disabled, they don't give us like so much opportunity. Because I think if I wasn't working here, I was going to be at home. They're looking for people for a learnership there. Please bring your child. Out of 30 people, they took 10. And then on that 10, I was one of them. They just saw me, the kind of person that I am. Like, I'm too talkative, I'm loud, I'm a hard worker, and I'm a focused person, and I love to clean also. Lesko has helped social skills a lot, because I even learned how to socialize like with people. Yeah, then they treat us like normal. Yeah, and then they gave us confidence. Thank you, Lesko, for being here, and for Lesko to giving us like this opportunity, because of if it wasn't for Lesko, I don't think that we're going like, it has gave like so much kids that have disability opportunities.
We believe that the best businesses are created as a means to fulfill a deep human need, by discovering solutions to fundamental problems that seemingly do not yet exist. This is Lesko's legacy.
Oh, Jonathan, that video still gives me goosebumps. I see we've got a couple more people joining, so welcome to you if you have just joined us. We are still a little bit early. I just wanted to mention we will have a brief Q&A session afterwards, so please feel free to leave any questions you might have for Jonathan in the comments section, and we will address them towards the end of the presentation. and there will be a replay link made available if there are any issues with your sound or with the link. But over to you, Jonathan.
Great. So what I'd like to do is start off with the history of the company, and then kind of take you guys through to where we are today. So I'm going to share my screen and then talk you through it. So I don't think many people know the industry where Lesko came from. And Lesko was basically born out of Switch King, which was my grandfather's company, Nate Shapiro. And Switch King was founded in 1959. My dad then joined Switch King and started developing the products in that business. So what we have here is just a catalog from 1998 from Switch King, which I think a lot of people might recognize. And not going through the catalog in too much detail, but something which I'd like to share, which I think was quite interesting, is, as we all know, the new specifications of sockets is now in effect, SANS 164-2. And Switch King was developing those products in 1998, and even a bit before that, I think in 1996. So we really do come from a really long history and experience in this industry. So what I'd like to do, pretty much just to show you an overview of what came out of Switch King in terms of the plugs, the sockets, the distribution boards, which I think most people would be aware of. Going into the future, what I'd like to do is to discuss and just show everyone our new catalog and take you guys through every range that we have and what makes our business a little bit different. Okay, so as you guys saw in the video, the model that we've engineered is one that it's a very basic procedure in terms of assembling our products. And what my dad, David, wanted to achieve was he wanted to employ people that are typically sidelined in the community, people who would not otherwise have a job. So he's developed almost every product in this catalog so that they can be assembled by any class of labor. And what that means is there's no electrical machinery in our assembly process. So everything is done on conveyor belts with sliding rails to keep the products in line, with different stages, with different jigs. And the jig basically houses the product. The products are put together by hand. And then the last stage of the process, there is a mechanical hand press, which the operator operates at their own speed to avoid any injuries. And what that's enabled us to do is we have almost 150 people in our different assembly workshops. 80% of those people are disabled, either intellectually or physically, and the balance are all unskilled. So people that come from disadvantaged backgrounds that we bring in, we train, and then we upskill. So that's really the backbone of our business. And we actually invite anyone who'd like to come in and see how we do what we do and to actually make a plug or a socket on their own. So in terms of the accreditations that we've got in our company, we're SABS approved since 1999, since we've been around. We more recently are Walmart approved. And what that means is we've actually been approved at the highest level of responsible and ethical sourcing in the world, which means it's how we treat our labor, the work environment, the salaries, the wages. So we're now Walmart approved for our second year. And to the best of our knowledge, we think the only company who employs disabled labor to have this approval. We're also about a month and a half away from getting our ISO. So after the ISO, we will have pretty much every accreditation that one needs to operate a very professional, highly professional factory. So what I'd like to do now is to go through our latest 2020 catalog. And I do have some product samples which I can show you guys as we go through. So just like I've explained, brief introduction, we are a level 4 Lesko, black empowered business. We do have our minority shareholder is the founder of Exaro, Sipho Nkosi, and the current chairman of Sasol. So very privileged to have someone like that on board our company to try and help us grow and achieve the things that we want to achieve. We do have Switch King, which is our factory component of Lesko. So they're two businesses, and Switch King is a level 2, 51% black-owned company. So on the bottom of the page here, where I'll zoom in, these are just the industry bodies that we're affiliated to. Safehouse, which everyone knows, SABS, the Manufacturing Circle, SEDEX, which is our Walmart approval. So if you see that on any of our branding, that's what it relates to. Okay, just to talk briefly about some innovation that we've been involved in. As most contractors know, the traditional way of wiring a plug is quite tricky. Having to get, quite tricky in terms of getting your hand behind the plug, pulling the wires away from the wall to create enough space to get the screwdriver in behind to tighten the terminal. What we've done, and I just want to, for 1 second, stop the screen share so I can demonstrate this. So here's a socket. What we've done, which makes the installation a lot quicker, is our terminals to tighten the product are in the front. So what happens is box terminals at the back. Let's pretend it's a bit short. If you guys can see me, this is the wall. Here's the plug. Now, turn this way. Instead of having to pull the plug away from the wall to get your hand behind, all you do is have it pretty much a hand's length away, and you tighten from the front. What's really good about this system as well is once the socket's on the wall, you use the same terminals to test the product with your tester. So you don't have to take the plug again off the wall to do the testing. So that frees up about 50% of the installation time with this product. And we've incorporated that system in every single range that we've developed. Turn back the share screen. So that's basically what the picture on the left is explaining. The screwdriver you can see at the bottom tightening from the front, making it much quicker to install our product. So very briefly, starting with the cover strip range, those two strips on the top and bottom would come off to expose the terminals. You have to remove those clips with a tool. They don't come off by hand. Quite a wide range, all of the new stand sockets, so all the 164-2 models, quite a wide range with the Shuko, everything with the SABS mark embossed in the product at the back. Again, just the extension of the range, which I won't go through in too much detail, new HDMI port, which we've got. And here's something that I want to spend a bit of time explaining is our new DENA and DENA-Q. So what we've done is we wanted to develop a higher quality, more aesthetically pleasing or modern looking range of sockets and switches. So we've developed one with a big soft switch now. DENA, which has got the rounded frame, and DENA-Q with a square frame. Quite a big range. Zoom in here. From one lever two-way, quite extensive, all the way to 4x4 switches on the DENA-Q. All the sockets, USB, and charcoal, which is something that we haven't really done in the past. We've always stuck to white. Quite a new modern charcoal looking range. Isolators, HDMI, rounded frame for DENA, just to show to get something a bit clearer. So here, one of our new display boards, which we'll be distributing via all our salesmen in the industry. So basically it goes from our decor switches, which are much bigger switches, which we'll get to the DENA switches, DENA sockets, DENA-Q at the bottom, where it's got the floating square frame. You can see the profile. And all of our salesmen will be coming around to the Voltex group to drop off these boards for everyone to have a look at. So we think quite a modern range looking switches and sockets, also manufactured in South Africa, and considerably more cost effective than some of our competitors out there. So we're quite excited about this launch, which we'll do once lockdown is finished, dropping these off, and we will have some competitions and prizes to incentivize you guys to give it a try. What I have here is the DENA Shuko, and just to show you guys, we've implemented this line, which also helps to demonstrate what the switch is powering. A lot of guys have got multiple sockets on a plug with only one switch, and it's quite confusing which plug it works with that switch. So that little line in the middle is to demonstrate that only the socket on that side with the switch is being powered off. So just how many products in the, I'm not too sure if we're going to answer the questions now, but I'll note them down for afterwards, and then I'll answer those questions. Okay, so we've gone through the DENA range in white and in charcoal. Full range of dimmers, soft touch dimmers, 1 lever to 4 lever. And blanks. Here we've got some modules where the guys can buy the grid separately, and then they can choose which module they want, including the HDMI module, which is again a new launch for us, a new product. Here our decor range of switches. So we've gone in and developed a really big switch in a 1 lever also a dimmer, and what we've done is we've only kept it up to a 2 lever. We think we'll have previously bought from us. There's just the same range, but in the with the DENA frame, which is rounded. Moving into the Pipelli Quad range, what we've done is we took our well-known popular Pipelli range and we just made a square floating frame, and that frame gives it that off-the-surface look, like a shadow line, and quite an extensive range there as well. So from a normal double plug to the new stands to 2 different USB models, and this product range is positioned just above Pipelli in terms of price point. Moving on to Pipelli. And one thing we want to note is, as far as we know, these ranges are the only plastic ranges of switches and sockets currently made in South Africa. I think everyone's aware of the influx of products from China, and we're quite proud to have maintained a local manufacturing capability and facility in South Africa for these products. To give guys some perspective of our efficiencies, it takes around 20 to 25 seconds to assemble a double plug from start to finish. That's when all the raw material is lined up on the assembly line, about 20 to 25 seconds with no machinery. Just the extended range. Moving on to our steel range. So what we've done, we've launched our steel range about 5 to 6 years ago, and it's a traditional looking product. We've got a lot of the ideas and the ideas of the design from Switch King. Switch King also develops the steel range back in the day. And what we've done, which is quite nice, which I want to point out here, I'm going to zoom. It might not be very high res, but basically, as everyone knows, when you tighten a steel cover plate really tightly, happens more on the stainless steel range, the cover plate tends to buckle and bend inside. So what we did is we put our screw hole quite close to the top of the cover. And by the top of the cover where it's rounded is the strongest point, meaning it won't buckle. Also on our cradle, we've put ribs to show them how strong and rigid this product is. This product won't bend and buckle. Once you remove this cover plate, it's the same wiring system as the plastic ranges. The terminals are in the front, and the screws are in the front and with box terminals at the back. Again, SABS approved. Get our specifications out. The work specifies it must have screws. So that's the range that we've designed for this. Okay. Dedicated range. We are going to start developing the new SANS 164-2 dedicated range. We haven't done that yet. After lockdown, we'll continue with that. On the right-hand side, full range of brushed stainless steel, which is completely rust-proof. Quite a high grooves. So we haven't gone for normal steel screws where those could rust. Matte black. Very, very popular range for us at the moment. Very modern looking product where the glossy plastic shines through the matte black finish. Again, same principle, same quality, same structure as the rest of the steel range. So everyone can see that there. Going to all the modules, can buy them separately or assembled. HDMI, the dimmers, the two-way, bell press, telephone, data, all of that's available in the steel range. Allbro, as everyone knows, well-known brand in the industry. We buy their products, package them with ours, so the product comes inside a weatherproof box, heat shrunk, so it stays safe and it doesn't get damaged in transport. So for convenience, we like to sell the products like that. We do put, a lot of ranges do fit inside the Allbro box, but in the catalog, we showcase our surface range, which has an LED indicator light, which is quite nice if it's in a workroom or a garage, where you can see if the socket's on or off. So the same here on the right-hand side, switches either with an extension box or without, for those external, when guys don't want to chase the wall and they want to put a surface mount. So this range is all about convenience, that the product comes ready just to be assembled with conduit and wire. Extended range. All the new specs. Isolators, very popular for aircon, something that we're looking at doing. And this is obviously 100% for export, not a big focus for us.
Sorry, John. I see the signals just dropped a little bit there. Can you hear me?
South African sales. Okay, so we wanted to develop a range of water.
Oh, sorry, everyone. We seem to be experiencing a little bit of signal issues. I'll give Jonathan a chance just to re-log in with the same link. Let me just get that to him. Technology, can't live with it, can't live without it. Steve, I see your question here. It said, hi, can I purchase some samples of the range on the Voltex website? There is some Lesko products listed on the Voltex website, but you can also email marketing@voltex.co.za for any specific requests that you might have. And they'll be able to help you. Getting Jonathan back for us. Sorry about this, everyone. There we go. Seems he's back. There we go. Hopefully the signal holds out a little better this time. Everyone's still with us? Sorry, the signal is just not great.
When did I get cut off?
It just started sort
No
of
problem.
mid-sentence on the previous page. So if you could maybe just recap that for us, please.
Was it this page or was it this page?
This page.
This one here, 33.
Yeah, it started lagging beforehand. So I think if we can just go from there.
Sure. Okay, so what I was explaining was the extended range of our surface range, the LSS range, all the different variations, and then the isolators, which are popular for geysers, for air cons, come with or without an extension box. Very, very cost-effective range. So a new range for us as well, which we're really excited about. AfriPlug, a range that we import and distribute around Africa, not a range specific or focused on by South Africans. Okay, so here we get to our wall box system. And what we've done is we wanted to create a system that enabled contractors or helped contractors get more than one switch or one socket in line. And we know that can be quite challenging. So what we've done is these wall boxes join with either two 20mm joiners or one 25mm joiner. You can join a 4x2 to a 4x4. You can join it back to back. Doesn't matter which way. What's quite nice is they come strapped in 20s. And you can carry about 100 boxes to site in your hands without a wheelbarrow. So all of these parts are available to purchase separately. And you can disconnect the wall boxes from each other and put them back more than once before the plastic would start to wear. So we do sometimes run wall box specials where if you buy a certain range, you'll get a wall box for free per socket or per switch. And that's something that we'll chat to Voltex about going forward. On the right-hand side here, our new isolator range, 25M 2-pole, comes with an extension box or inside an Allbro box. A very, very cost-effective product that we've just made. So we really, really do urge guys to try and give it a chance. I think besides for the quality, the price will definitely attract you guys once you know. Extension boxes, different size knockouts, otherwise quite a straightforward product, very high quality. And then the 6-amp range. So we have our 4x2, we have our double, which I'll get to, we have our round, which has got a bottom entry system or a side entry, depending on how much space or what cable is being used inside the box. Bottom entry, obviously a lot more flexible. The cables come from the bottom. Side entry sometimes does prove to be a bit difficult, but it is quite a nice big box. So we do have both variations. On the double, what's nice about it is it fits in a 4x4 or a 4x2 extension box. They're not bridged, so you do have to join them separately, but it is a cost-saving product where you don't have to use a separate extension box. You can use one. What's nice about it as well is it's completely dust-proof. So on a 4x2 or a 4x4, completely dust-proof product, which is nice when it's in the ceiling. Okay, our circuit breakers. So we've been importing this range of circuit breakers for the last 10 years. We're approved by Eskom on multiple projects, and a lot of retailers buy our products. So we're very happy with the quality and the systems that we put in place with local testing to test every batch that comes in. Very, very cost-effective range as well. So we've stuck to the residential to the low voltage side of things. So from a 10 amp to a 63 amp, a 2-pole leakages on the isolators. We do sell it in a breaker pack like this, which is proven to be very popular, especially in the Eastern Cape. And that comes ready to go, that fits inside a DB board. So it comes heat shrunk, and there is a saving buying in bulk. So please do inquire with Voltex about this product. On the right-hand side, our new ready boards. Very excited about this. We've done it with Allbro again. And what's nice about this is you can change the socket. So you can choose if you want 2 doubles, if you want the new spec, if you want a USB. we can make it up to your order. So whatever your requirements are, as long as there's sufficient quantity, we can go and make up these products for you with and without bulkhead. Okay. Our distribution boards, still pre-populated, come packaged like this, which is quite nice. So, you know, for a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, there's a 8, 12, and 18 way, sorry, 9, 12, and 18 way on the steel, which is a steel front and a steel tray. And then our PVC, which is a PVC tray and a PVC lid, which will be made locally the second half of this year. There's 8, 12, 15, and 18 way on the PVC boards. They do come empty, so this is what they look like, the side profiles and the front profile, 8, 12, 15, and 18 way. Again, the majority of these products will be made locally in the second half of this year. Touching very quickly, just our domestic side now, our multi-plugs, our extension cords, surge range of products, our adapters, and then our brand new range of USB adapters, which I'd like to talk about. 2.1 amp or 3.1 amp. So one is fast charging, one is super fast charging. To give you an idea, it can charge your phone 30 to 40% of the battery in about 20 minutes. So very, very quick. We use the same USB module in our socket. So that's a tried and tested module that we've been using for years, and put this now into a plug. These will be made in South Africa as well, second half of this year or beginning of next year. So I know these are available at almost every Voltex branch. Very, very nice looking product, and very high quality. On the right hand side, not so specific for contractors, but we do offer stands to the Voltex branches where you can walk in and see a Lesko home within their branches. So some of the branches do have this. It's more for merchandising and for retail. And that's pretty much it in terms of our catalog. I think all the information will be shared about our nationwide coverage. So Namibia, Eastern Cape, KZN, Western Cape, Joburg. If anyone has any questions, they can either chat to us direct and we'll pull them through the closest Voltex branch, or they can go through Voltex, whatever is easiest. And I think, Robin, I'm pretty much done with that.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. It's exciting to see all the wide range that you guys have. And I've seen a few awesome questions coming through.
Cool.
So let me try to get to the bottom here. I see our first question is, how many products are in the DENA range?
Sure. So from every switch in different colors to different variations, there are probably about 50 different products, but it's highly extensive. The only plug we don't have is a shaver socket, which I see is another question. So only the shaver socket is the product that's missing from that catalog. It's something that we'll look at.
Awesome. And USB capabilities?
So the USB is 2.1 amps. The one that doesn't have a shutter on the outside has an internal switch, which is part of the new regulation. The other one has a shutter, which acts as a switch. Both are 2.1, meaning it's 2.1 shared. So if you're using both ports, you're then dividing the 2.1 by 2.
Got you. Maybe you can make sense of this one. It just says traditional and mini question mark. I'm thinking that's about the USB in the DENA range.
So we have USB. So there's A and C. So these ones are A, and we are bringing out C in both the adapters and in the sockets. So we are moving towards C.
And different color covers?
For which range?
The DENA range.
So currently it's in white and charcoal, but because we do our own injection molding, if the quantities allow it, we can mold in any color, any real color. So non-metallic, because metallic is painted. So if it's for a big enough volume, we're pretty accommodating. We can have a chat directly with the guys and just see what their requirements are. So we're open to doing what works for the customer.
That's awesome. I see a question here. Do you offer warranty on your various products?
Yeah, so we have a 2-year factory warranty, but we've given guarantees up to 10 years. we prefer to replace the product as long as we do our checks and see that it wasn't a customer's fault with damaging the product and it was a factory product issue, then we'll replace it, no problem.
Awesome. A question here from Tandor. He says, do you have a 2x4 30 amp isolator on DENA?
So we have on DENA, we have, yes, a 30 amp 2x4, we do. Yeah.
Awesome. That's a good one to have. Do you have a shaver socket in your range?
Yeah, so that's the only socket we don't have at the moment. Sorry, back to Tandor's question, 30 amp 2-pole, 50 amp 2-pole, and 60 amp 2-pole in a 2x4 and a 4x4 isolator for DENA.
Awesome.
So shaver socket is the only one at the moment we don't have.
And are Lesko products available at the Voltex branches? I think we can both answer that one and say yeah. Absolutely. And if you want to know about any particular ranges that you might not find in the branches or on the online store, please do email marketing@Voltex. We can put you in touch with Jonathan or make a plan for you. Do you have wall boxes with knockouts and other conduit accessories?
So our wall boxes, we don't sell any other conduit accessories, but there are different size knockouts on our product, but no joiners or connectors.
And then Depecia says, do you have an auto power off multi-plug?
We don't. Those multi-plugs are standard multi-plugs where you turn them off at the wall.
And Depecia also asks, when you switch off the master device, the accessory devices are switched off completely, preventing them from going into standby and drawing power.
No, so I think that's, again, a smart multi-plug, which we don't have, just a standard one. We are busy looking at different innovative products when it comes to multi-plugs that would automatically turn off the device if it can tell it's not being used. But that's something in the R&D stage at the moment, nothing that we've got ready.
Got you. So here they've asked, do you have any smart switches?
So there is the Voltex Smart Touch system, which we actually developed the socket for. So the smart socket in the Voltex Smart system is a Lesko product. And I think it's best to contact the Voltex branch about that range.
Awesome. And I see a question here saying, where can they find a price list? Do you have one immediately available, John?
So the one that we've got is obviously for Voltex. I think whatever branch Steve buys from would be able to quote him. And what we've done is on the price list, it's got the Voltex K8 code and the Lesko code, which makes it easy to find which product you're looking for.
Awesome. And then I just actually wanted to play that video. I saw we did have a couple of people come a bit later on, but I did want to play that video of yours again because I think it's a really awesome message and story of your brand. So for anyone who missed this one earlier, you're in for a treat.
I'll turn my audio off.
Awesome.
Lesko Manufacturing is a local manufacturer of electrical products that employs the traditionally unemployable. The company was founded in 1999 by David Shapiro and since inception has set out to increase job creation for demographics typically sidelined in the past. The company's ingenuity stems first from their unique design to their assembly process, which has been specifically designed to use minimal equipment with little to no electricity, making production a safe, cost-effective process. This design enables any class of labor to assemble their products efficiently. To date, Lesko has made and sold over 170 million products. As a result, Lesko has been able to provide work opportunities to low, medium, high-functioning disabled men and women as well as unskilled and disadvantaged.
My name is Levkhang Mashego. I grew up with my mom and my grandmother and my dad. And then I grew up like a normal kid until when I was 8 years. They said that only that 5 years vaccine that I didn't get. And then that's the one that made me to have polio because I started getting sick when I was 8 years. It took me to a special school because I couldn't cope in a normal school. Most of the places, because of we are disabled, they don't give us like so much opportunity. Because I think if I wasn't working here, I was going to be at home. They're looking for people for a learnership there. Please bring your child. Out of 30 people, they took 10. And then on that 10, I was one of them. They just saw me, the kind of person that I am. Like, I'm too talkative, I'm loud, I'm a hard worker, and I'm a focused person, and I love to clean also. Lesko has helped social skills a lot because I even learned how to socialize like with people. Yeah, then they treat us like normal. Yeah, and then they gave us confidence. Thank you, Lesko, for being here and for Lesko to giving us like this opportunity, because of if it wasn't for Lesko, I don't think that we're going like, it has gave like so much kids that have disability opportunities.
We believe that the best businesses are created as a means to fulfill a deep human need, by discovering solutions to fundamental problems that seemingly do not yet exist. This is Lesko's legacy.
Yeah, I just love that one. Thank you all so much for joining. If there's any more questions, feel free to ask them now. I do see a question saying, where can I find a copy of the video? The video is on YouTube. We can share the link with you when we share the replay link for this in case you did miss anything. I do see another question from Steve saying, I currently buy from ARB and notice they don't stock your range. This range is in Voltex branches, so I would definitely recommend you pop into one of those after the lockdown has lifted, or like I mentioned, email marketing@Voltex. But I think that is it for us today, folks. Thank you so much for joining us, and please stay tuned to our website and social media pages for more webinars that we have over the next few days and weeks. And yeah, take care, stay safe, and I see Jonathan's just logged off and logged back on, so I'm sure he'll just want to say a final word from his side. From our side, a massive thank you to Lesko and Jonathan for taking the time this morning with us. Really appreciate it.
Sorry, I got kicked out for a second.
Sorry, we do have a couple of technical difficulties. Just from my side, a huge thank you, Jonathan. The presentation was awesome. Absolutely love that video.
So I saw there were a few questions, but they've disappeared now since I got kicked out.
Yeah, so it was just about the ARB range not being stocked in ARB, but I did mention that they can shop on Voltex. The Voltex Smart Switch can be used in a two-way mode. I'm not sure if you would know the answer to that one. And
also on that range, you can reprogram it via the app to be a one-way, two-way, or a dimmer. So you can program the switch.
And the last question was, where could they find that awesome video of yours? I said it is on YouTube, and we will be happy to share it with the replay link that we share a bit later on today.
So to Jabo's question, absolutely. The Pipelli range, I think, is perfectly suited with the same sort of market as that range. So absolutely.
Awesome. I think that's it then from our side. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you, Lesko, and stay tuned for more webinars. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for having me. Cheers everyone. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.